contributions and statements made by panelists, guests, contributors, and commentators on this program do not necessarily represent the views or policy of the Multimedia Group or Asempa FM, and neither the Multimedia Group or Asempa FM necessarily share, sanction, or endorse the views, comments, opinions, or contributions so expressed on this program. And Kyle said there 2 press conferences are NPP and NDC were all paid for. And the views expressed by all the speakers in both press conferences, the comments, the opinions, the contributions are not our views as a media group. And we do not necessarily share, sanction, or endorse the views, comment, opinions, or contributions so expressed on this program. Edmonton and so, Emfa MIA. Ekosiisen is na higher Asempa 94.7 FM. Yabeshana yakwa homa. Unim say, medikai ka the start of the program say, the final show and sana yakwa tuaba. Some time ago we promised say, all the critical regions in our country, the issues that would inform voting patterns in these regions. Critically, in this year's election, Ashanti region is a very, very key election. Okowa is a very key region. Oko Ashanti region, Sampain, a regional secretary, ma NPP. Ewoho. Sampain akwa ba na pom to saying. Great. Oh, and they have press conferences, you know. Ain't here only fair. Disclaimer to cover the Ekos on the show, you know. Yeah, issue disclaimer to cover everything. But me just Ashanti region boko. Yeah, Danyamias. Inti enne 3 days to go to elections 2020. For more in the Ashanti region, especially from the NPP, no free say, Nioma Ben be inform me a man for choices in this election.
Yeah, all the Facebook and other social media. And some also Eddie Kine said them President Kaya be a system and na or the aqua or shall system which reserve Emre can imagine no passing Bibia almost normal party school some between and class not one motive a bayo and your and then a baby
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
And confirm my woman and run up to the president, then I won't come confirm the yes of the radical. Almost something good over there. In Vietnam, woman on business, one would electricity in run. Ah, a good yes, say yes. Cost us and not with a car of the story. Woman radio station, woman industry, one car, one or a boom, and to say a net situation at the same. Our man who say, in fear name, Santimamba, ye bedroom and lay your fault. Then you say, the canyon from the family, and we go to the man, a man can. One more people, come on, not at the same. And then, planting for food and was done. And the month, a band will you. In Fasudia, Abama, a Santimano. One more better to ask. What can it be?
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
One more bank share hand pollination from one year. One more bank share, one more year, one man stands here and a common cool. One no biara. The child mala wants it to training college in national school. Eka. No, they are showing him. Say a China a beban is saying. In total, say COVID by and I'm on par a boy with it. And none of them could for I clear seeing Ginara. A Maya will poor modern so COVID managing the Ghana social media. Over Africa, you be kind. Think on the better to say, woman, you told immune. Then can you pay program and then tenisa. In the Yakoya Nimuno, that should be Yamen Fasa Mo. Ya really bound, why you bet my trust in a say, obey me as I know my, and not the damn quick any MP. Sounds no more education system, free education. Why you bet me a cracker, a year, I'm up there, said the pen on another damn quick. And also, I'm more doing. The yen yanum ya wafasi ya ma wa musu awie
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Enti share wo homa won enam sa wo do card no addition letter wo beja bambusian free na dia hwe ho ne be ma mra e convenient and san no start tuaka enu won se be mo scholarships no eno e dachin sem enti wenum ye nsem ni bia wo ba santima mu a edi mu akotren e kan kesi pa so ye yakwan ye ba mu no assemble kwa ye de ebo ye wo pa ye santimai akwan enyi obi obedi ho adanse kumasi akwan especially ejuma ye so bedi ya kana asphalt enu bedi am ko fa na minim jase ye asphalt we be ye enu asphalt dikadika the major roads are one ye ho mo kwase kwan ada ho manipa a hard to say na egusuo enne contractors gusuo ma start asphalt no a wo dey call okwase sana most of our roads ye ho adwuma nti asantimai ebehwe sa ne ma wo se nyinara no mo so ahwe so no mo se aba no nya se bi o mo koto aba tete ya tida aba so mo koto aba adana ndan kwakufu ado ne MPP aban ase se eni ye pa wo mo ye ma ye no asantima so anya chepa so ye
Ekosiisen on Asempa.
Sometimes messing about home and Saka, our colleague on the other side, Kwame Zu, Regional Secretary Ma NDC Ashanti Region. Kwame Zu, akwaba na pom to saying. Hello. Hello, Kwame. Hello, Kwame Zu. Okay, connection no to Kwame Zu no enye ye inti ma memra back to Sampai na o ka akwan ho nsem say no so no will define amount for choices in this election, but we akwan this in China infrastructure generally, is it an issue in our Ashanti region?
Instead that enye adia twintan enam say one would say a bind with Nisha or Efa infrastructure, a post, a binia pioneer, a what education, expansion works are a boy secondary school, beneficial region, a super air reason is simple. We got a 700 something one more strong
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Ashanti region and there was secondary school spa. Now Bana had the major intervention. Who called baby say yes. Who called Santimai? Who backers? Who called to the second senior high school? Every single senior high school. Who called expansion west Ayan woman. See a canning in a boom near CDC blocks. Majority Ashanti region plan, the basic more than 60 new blocks. Jamia Yadum near Beer School, January, with GB Power set and Chishian Bay here double track the Bay free. About health facilities. Yabetu said President Kufonum Akodiska in the Eurojet. A year hospital project. NDC, Ebesu Mukon Kwanwa, and now you buy And I'm saying you're gonna sentiment, you're yet being ho. The fatter say young one yinara, yeah, and now got a pa, the year atom, dear a guma yetma. Be quiet, dear guma or mo yetma. Saying ya me ya duma, ye nibronya next puno, not for minanum, nem pidiakum. Babia, a catch you kakra a apart from that,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Look at the 3 levels now. But yes, I the clinic, some call the Kaya Dancer Soka, clinic a sick camera, woman for the people of Dancer Soka. Woba, Juso, Kwaso area, similar, almost every district.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
Obi, Ebano, South District, one where a sentiment are benefited from that structure. It's one way there, one way this, one way yet, and more, one more as you expected. And that we need a basis for our move here. Greenhouse project. A big high cost war, and just areas, and also a the infrastructure is there. One major infrastructure, the local government is almost a university. You're based in Canada. I will hostel facilities, a presidential villa, lecture halls, and all that. A stringent and grand family campus. Creative Arts School. Yes,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
The Ashanti has benefited immensely from this camp.
Somebody, my mention is a Kwame Zoo line here, and then I'll come back to you. Ora Kwame Zoo, Aqua Banapum to saying. Hello, Kwame. Hello. Kwame Zuteminka. Wow. Too bad. It's getting difficult speaking to Kwame Zu ewa homane so. Sometimes me no be wie na ansa na no mo target wa Ashanti region is saying 47 constituencies. More target is saying wo.
Obi Osebu Philip. Me nua ejawusu atoba Pentecost elder. Ya ka akan maybe I will say, we are smart with them. You see, agenda, no, 47. You can't 47, and it's a 47 constant. I was chanting.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Such a front place, and that's one thing. All the 41 MPP, and I expect to answer. Yanchi Shayani and Junior PPA and somewhere when you are both for the by the Sano at the town and no only a target. Again, our target for the presidential vote is a minimum of 80%.
A minimum of 80%?
Yes.
From a little over 3 million register or no?
Yeah, well, about 3.1. 3.019
yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at that, and we are looking at the turnout of the
the more 10 out of 10.
About 90%.
90%. And out of that, no, more 80% of the valid broadcast.
Not 80%, I said minimum.
Oh, minimum of 80.
Yes.
Wow. But do you know, say any time NDC benya even 27% and above, ewo Ashanti region, no, if favor or more in elections, you are aware of that, right?
The only time NDC had a figure.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
08. Now what we are looking now, Sam Rennie seems that party about Santiam in the MPP plans to vote on the first one drop, but it went up in the second round. And I'm saying, and then change the parliament narrative as a sign. Apart from that, one more crossed the threshold of 5%. Even when they were in power, they performed abysmally. In 2012, they had about 600,000 votes. But in 2016, it went to 700,000 votes, of which is going to go further down since the election.
Larry Dogbe said, Musao, or the message about, say, please ask Sampine that he promised to give me, or say, you promised to give him meat from Kumasi Mayanka, where when you became a board member of the Abattoir Company Limited, even that he hasn't honored his promise. How is he expecting me to vote? The elephant or the bird? But how come when his party is losing the argument on infrastructure, they insist it is not one of the variables to consider? Same party that made corruption one of its points in every election since the democratic dispensation started is now saying corruption does not matter in this election and get then affiliates to push and foist this claim on Ghanaians. Can you ask him if we shouldn't legalize corruption then? Because per the NPP argument, we have lost the fight even under the incorruptible Akufo-Addo. Larry Dogbe. Yes.
Larry, what's it?
Asempa FM.
But my making we've never said infrastructure and your past. You be time and then no. My state said yes, a year fact, but dwell on that. Apart from that, I went further to tell you about the infrastructure I undertake with you.
Yes.
Or can't repeat? I mean, just say near Madubia per fiscal infrastructure.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
I so important. Then you can't with the argument of corruption. Obi, Semicas we are from four. Now me see we are microphones and Asempa studios without evidence, nothing. Now you can't just be a from. In all arguments, now we on corruption. They've not been able to abuse a single evidence. One agencies that affect corruption, one might investigate in some way saying unless you don't pay what information from Probia or you want me from Korea, not the better than the market to be corruption. Because there's nothing like that. Them too, a buying way by. We share the history of Ghana and fighting corruption. President Kufuor started here, zero tolerance for corruption. The Financial Services Act in the by DPN MRI. The first time the history of Ghana agencies that one more could take a jet for it, including the
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Or no more than one. Just so actually, I'm one funding. So I'm begging my thing. A big fund the net of ministries, you know, the office and the special prosecutor. You could be empowered with enough funding. Try
Asempa FM.
Oh, if you say you're trying to say, Naka said we don't fight corruption, we lost the fight. The answer 2. Nanado don't go to Obian mean plenty of corrupt fingers at him. And none want to look about and you can see Mukrama from them. Find some catch of them. The Baina, your Obima campaign funding, a year corrupt. And I think Muhammad, Piprano Becca said, small scale managers has a guarantee. I got 1,000 tickets. And the second one is bribe by what they did. And they're trying to empty book. And she told the dear, my young cousin, MHA for any woman can say, young politicians, if you don't accept your money. That is not.
Okay. Sampai, my nase, I'm running to the best seat, Bibiani, a best baby. Why?
Let me see. Yes, be a wokɔ wogye ballot paper na ɛto abana kɛsoro mu nanado ɔwɔ number 1
FM.
candidates number 1 nani ade important say beto abama nanado atama parliamentary candidates ni emra the back in o dey back MP to mene na bom and the best support member na team na dwumadi nso nti so akɔto abama ni pafu na sɛ o expect na nanado obedma system na ye yipa na ohia no ba pa dia pa no ukɔto abama ni pafu fra ɔne na adwene nyine nti ɔmpene so ɛbɛnye yɛ na daaki be hawo nti na si bɛgye ɔtuma no gyina na ne ba no nso gyina hɔ nti wokɔto hɔ do kɔto bɛti ɛkoto amana na adedan kɔto no na suru hɔ kɔ no nso na nto am MPP parliament candidate obi nyame ka no na next week ni na bɛkyia me ba me champagne papa bi ba betu awusu no ɛde nyame ɛde agyeni sɛ MPP ɛde nkunim ban Ghana na nyuma pa yɛ asɛ
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Sampai Mamina, Sampai Regional Secretary Ma NPP wa Ashanti region. Let me apologize to Muamutien for the quality of that line. Unfortunately, Kwame Zunso Tracy Binyano, he's the Ashanti Regional Secretary for the NDC. By a chance here with the Ashanti region, from Yayan research as a team, because he's saying team, you know, the seats or constituencies to watch. Ashanti region, a Croform constituency. When him say NPP we need the last election no with 2,538 votes, and it's one constituency to watch Ashanti region because difference no and shada and so Etrimamponoa the current Minister of Sport in the constituency Honsono onu wini with a gap of 11,273. 11,273. But we are told, sir, there is an independent candidate in that particular constituency. Sir, Otimi Ejina finally on Monday, that would make this constituency, you know, interesting, even though a lot of political watchers expect the sports minister to win. But as to the gap, no, one interesting thing I was seeing to me share. Maybe the other constituencies, the constituencies to watch in Ashanti region, no, area Trump. So, but Kwame Zu is back on the line. Kwame, akwa bana pom to saying. Ashanti region boko. Ya break akran sa ni yenya oba yenya we de yenko Ejuade da yenimi Ghana for kwa kotoaba. Omo e wa Ashanti region e kotoaba. In your estimation, Nioma Ben be define amount for choices at Ashanti region.
Many anytime Ukaya and saying or Mampany that I have to me, mind the money code of the money Maham of a boab or Ashanti Mantam. Senia Amame Etitiano or call a Hinfi or Conana Avolum and Anatu. Say a Juma Wayan confront to Ashanti mine enemy. Said the bear my back and I'm making almost ready to Abba. The food for the man was so active. And reaching a woman penny and another down Kufados a buy or the
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Woman penny Kufado so no why you put to do my 1,800. I'm a young or something man. And I say you want to do my pap and one. 24 now they call. And reaching out the Mahama SI Bible to sign a coffee fee. They do honor and our catch of a foot of the man in water or the Ayajuma. And the Sabri outside a bedroom or best on Manako. Now on Bubondiama Baku Nubia or Ye, Ama Assassin. A 1 hour shots here, every boss was a market, Tafo market, Asawasi market, Atonsu market. Syria Hospital, Afari Military Hospital, Fomena Hospital, Bekwai Hospital, Asawati Roads, Swame Roads, Tafo Roads, Kenyasi Roads, High School Junction to Kenyasi Roads, Bomsu to High School Road, Kote to Aidiasi Campus Roads, and Mena to Budi Road. Wabuboswa to the extent there, community days in a high school, Baku 13 are automatic. I'm a Saint Minor, and look our boss, a Prad, any Paco support the Agricans, the more for the Banka community days in a high school, Adobera community days in a high school, Dujama community days in a high school, Dobonso community days, any big bring. Abuboni na so sa when jawo wonim se baby o wa ye fe secretary zone ye fe bi 3 keys Konongo Kumewu Kwewu Ridge water project na sa area na nsu ni ho ansa na e ba otumi ya ene ye Kumewu water supply system a erani kap ye Konongo water supply system a erani kap ena ye water system supply system bia e wo mampo ama mampo any potem one woman in an omutuminya and you ejuma p and our electric rural electrification do baby cram that Shanty had the highest electrification in Ghana, region by region. And to Abu Boswa and Abu Baina for no say in the YMG. Obi there what thing the man penny that against the money Mahama and some of Kai and quiet. That disaster, Mama Dubai and 2008. 2008 now, a assemblyman for a friend of Tebu got a view of an assemblyman, or a honorable and a toilet Tebu, and I start projects now.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Best in it. Say, and then another Bobo put to Juma or the bay or sentiment to my name. Or how are the bay and they said the Pafono. Not Anka Omo Hospital, this is hospital, and say to me. December 2017. Banana Dubai project ni delay Ankawamba at the Pafon Omunya Hospital December 2017. Oba and Amba Hospital na delay Nancy na Oko Honomo. So be kwa campaign. And I hurriedly Omakoye Ejumano. Look Omunya we ata equipment. Omunya Resource Hospital was a berane. So these are the challenges that I will asante mantemo. Oba ye kwanu project ni wa oba commission. It's in a Zoom lion for my recycling plant to be a private investment or something. And now buy and now call on the Momuko socket and not the other is a buying. And I also want to say, I'm a sentiment. So, beside your room before say, Eduma Bang and now my Yama sentiment, and I also secondary school staff person. Or must see a dying back whom you movie. Schools under 3 projects, any brand new secondary schools I see. Any school blocks I see. Your Mahama one Kodina baby Ada. Amawaka was school blocks. Those are left for
Asempa FM.
You cannot denigrate the office of the president. So if you are not talking, we are talking about developmental project or something and also we call Kumasi secondary technical. This is school block amount. What kind of dogs are this? And to buy and went to me and carry because why Nancy the first and all by campaign and Koyi. Osaya kwa Esaya Babu. Nan we almost was saying 3 days. Our hand when we bus in Pani. Oma Basia still out can work for. Adian, there is no better exit polls than 7th of December. Monday, So Musoma you do a sentiment. You train enter the 7th Baba. A sentiment Ebekasa. Obibia who nipa why you mapa or sentimentum. And then Ubisa Kolaka or sentimentum so a Juma Bain and another do I am a sentimentum on to me. But so Ubisa Kolaka or Juma Bain and a Domahama. Are you my own to me cash in crown over Bokiti? On to me cash in crown over airport expansion project phase 1. So what are the developmental projects? None we are now buyers or for a friend of Kati salt.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
4 years, 1 year. Akabe Bosumi, you know, that's his one. Was about the cattle salt. So the Ukrainian no di can catch you. President Kupo Akati saw them about Island Port. And in the Papa Munoso, so 12 President Kupo Dumaswa. And he has all time to call home with him, Echo Cattle salt. After all, his own tradition. Just go ahead and develop the place. But the seats, not that, ni campaign. Any political experience in meeting, Wakoye sort cutting or bank. Asante Mai Bekai.
Zu, I get it from Unkomo. He said, for one, the only thing about defining choices in Ashanti region is infrastructure, right?
I'm not too sure. Say, my limit be via to infrastructure. And the idea big factor is say, I'm maybe tomorrow. Honorable say chairman suppose. Oba kumazina above 2 hours and now they make phone call airport. And I'm saying, and remember on to me quite happy. But obi vision and then so I can't make a car out to me full flights. I call it expedites his business. I'm not sure say we are infrastructure and I infrastructure.
Obi vision into
what to me do fufu.
Yes.
Say do no make out to me full flight. Every has a car.
And so you would link that to the extension of the runway, fixing of lights, any idea allow my flight elandi and ajonomebwa.
And the point I'm making is that the businessman is able to travel at night to then transact his business in Accra. I'm not too sure that is an infrastructural issue, is it?
It is, because what allowed for flight
infrastructure?
Come again?
Parliamentary business that he's able to execute in time because he's able to relax, do his duties and fly in the evening has become infrastructure development also.
No, but the point is
linkages.
The point is
development our linkages. The mechanism
yes.
Development being new one, I say way infrastructure and I don't know. Development our linkage. Agriculture is dependent on infrastructure. Health is dependent on infrastructure. And it's a only limited at the end so infrastructure is a we pieces, so we improve on road networks. So we improve on air travels. We improve on OB commercial activity. We improve on agricultural transportation. We reduce post-harvest losses. And it's only a money in it will be rather unfortunate.
And on the 7th of December, mo target as a party in Ashanti region, they saying.
Oh, okay, 2016. And this a man who called the Tibia. Say, 1 million votes. Do the big plan. Now, my main friend is probably they are reaching 1 million votes to 1.5 million votes. An idea about opposition. When the opposition, they bear me the opposition was symptoms. Answer now call opposition the symptoms no. Amanuko no strategy or more kind of them. And it's always a manuko be now before Asia step somewhere bottom. So they be under touching that tension of appointing authorities. They have lost us. They are very straight opposition. It's a wood here, NDC in Penufua, our countryman, now Casa. You will not hear anybody say, NDC target, NDC your focus, we only tell our members to focus on the day of elections. They should ensure people are mobilized to go out now. As to the matter of strategy, targets, now they are them who stick to those issues. Oh, okay. And now they are the better job. But
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
I do baby can also push 90%. And now they are. And yes, Obia strategy. Yeah, NDC, I was sentiment in a strategy. They say the Kotuaba money. Obibia own people on Tuaba. Obibia own vigilance. Nobody should feel intimidated by the presence of the security forces. Papa na I want mono boss for. Most of our security agencies, any personnel, are very good people. We are professionals. And you feel we are recruit to move to the backbone. Invincible forces for any Delta forces for you and another move backbone. And they recruit to the thought as I thought I won't anybody. But the many good ones were sure say the right things are done come 7th of December.
You should at least have number of seats be a target same will be winning, no?
Oh, say no na me casual. The issues of seats are over.
Bro, Judge and say at minimum 8 seats.
Conversations. Well, those are speculations. I am not privy to those facts. But near minimum, and they said, yeah, Juma. Near means over so far.
Kwame, Mamma Nasani and Fancy, BBNA, I best about Hobio. Why? We wish you well and so. Why?
Thank you very much.
Okay. And the Kwame Zoo, NDC Regional Secretary, and Moten and Cassie and AD and Como and Timobeshan and so Amayen. Now, make the constituencies to watch. Ewo Ashanti region. Inti mebo akrofum adansi akrofum say NPP winning in 2016 but now a 2,538 vote difference. In a one constituency to watch adansi akrofum. Atrimampo Noa NPP winning with a gap of 11,273. The current sports minister and MP but we are told, sir, there is an independent candidate in that constituency. How will it shape results? No, but the sports minister is tipped largely to retain that particular seat. Oko Fomena Nswa, Fomena constituency, NPP Ewini, with a margin of 10,600 votes. 10,600 votes. But when him says sitting MP, no, ran as independent against the NPP's candidate. In Tiama, Fomena are very interesting. Gap no in the last election 10,600 votes. There is an independent candidate in the person of the sitting MP. How would this constituency shape up? In the Fomena, one constituency to watch Ashanti region. Offenso North and so MPP winning. Bana gap no 2,294. In the Ashanti region, it's predominantly an MPP region. By our constituencies, now in 2016, even though the NPP won, na gap no iswa. And all those are constituencies to watch. Bako Offenso North, gap no 2,294. Osha Ejora Sechere Dumase, NDC seat, and one of the seats are NPP ayo magwinso ombeje. 2016, NDC winning our seat no with 1,482 votes. 1,482 votes. And then you vote that doorso. That is the seat for the NDC. NPP are cancel ombeje our seat no with a gap of 1,482. We'll see how that would shape up. Afe Sechere Afram Plains. And also NDC winning Sechere Afram Plains. But gap no 2,095. 2,095. And when you see one of the seats, NPP on Besseyaji, every NDC for now, agenda 47 over 47, no, I are complete. Osha Bekwaya, Asante Bekwaya, Joe Wise, winning the last election with a difference of 42,000, or Chimu 42,000 votes. But and they said the no independent candidate from the MPP stock. Ain't how would the voting go or be quiet? But difference in the last election here 42,000. This year there is an independent candidate. Asawase constituency NDC winning. Difference amuntaka edi winning and 5,605. 5,605. And one of the seats are NPP person almost sign edge. In the Ashanti region, some of the constituencies to watch, no. In the Maminko Central, Richard Techimensa, regional secretary, NPP was Central region. Richard, I come to them.
Obi, but you know, sir.
In the Central region, there, I want the war majority in terms of the seats won in the Central region. 23 seats, when you're 19, NDC craft 4. 4 years later, what do you think will be the issues will be determined among for one voting choices this year?
Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen or Encran. Nam Quadna, Ghana Panzana. Never be to Madame Oracan. MPP Amanyu. Monsieur Gona, Secretary do a crown, and when in a do basa, Nemo dark crown, no way in the same. Na I in Basa Confiana, MPP Amanyu now buying His Excellency Nana or see Adia Kufano or Danon. On if you want to ma 2016 and Smile Catcher. If you want to move for one on which I do more to about my hand, no, give his own matter. Yet, if you want to Emma parliamentary chairman 19. Popular vote so 53%. Man na adabe kufuaden. Honest so.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Na afi so wa to abama MPP na adabe kufuado. Na afi ehwe moro kwana ntobo aya gbo nyina na ibia dey there. Say ya me adom Green Day 2016 afi obokune him asandam. Na obi Ken the faith that we have kept with the group of Central Region, we have indeed delivered on our promises. No, and every month of there or Brownway, Uchapra, or Manimo, and see what to about Zamanado, the NPP. Not to my car, and Nama Yayan be at rest. Sir Ebony Empire and Panon. So the coast of Kawan, there were 10 coastal constituencies. Name 8, no answer. More answer, the Cape Coast South, the commander at Ego Fabrim. The Cape Coast South in 2016, we need presidential lose parliamentary. Now, I feel the parliamentary candidates, Cape Coast MC, Mayor 1.
Cape Coast MC no one candidate.
Cape Coast South, yes.
Old Saint na Moko St. John's na.
Mojonyo.
Oh, Dema. Yeah, NS after.
Cape Coast South.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Because Moshe yen data no ha. 2016 Cape Coast South NDC won with a margin of 738 votes.
Yes, only 800.
Yeah, only 800. Yeah.
That time, the Central German Minister, I don't know, yes, it's empty. How to keep Coast. No contest. And the Olusi presidential, only parliament with less than 800 vote margin. Last year, I see in China, in the Jumaya to Cape Coast, I can say, I start over the one for Dua, Epo and Alpha market, I use in war. In the Jumaya, once a month from here. Obi, if you are there, Emi Aduma, Oya Ejoda, Eko Bredan, na the MP elect for Cape Coast South, the Honorable NS Ata. Na Keye, Ena, also our NS one 2016. That is the only constituency in the regional. You lose both presidential and parliamentary.
Yeah.
The other thing, Keye was the only constituency in the central region that we lost both presidential and parliamentary. Now, see, the July in war, La Shananado, the Muslim war, Ghana, and you be an HFA. Oh, no, Jizide, Emia Duma, you have a queen, like 15 and it's one.
Mobo, Commander Dene Guafwe Brim. One candidate to offend then.
Dr. Samuel Joe Aqua.
I honor there. It's shaping up to be a constituency for doctors, because from Papa Kwesindum, Doctor Tukwashi, yes, and Dr. Papa Kwesindum, Nana Tuatha,
Dr. Jesanan, Dr.
Nana Tuatha,
and Samuel Atamos
on your doctor,
and I candidate Dr. Samuel Joe Aqua.
Yeah, but Moshe 2016 results, no. And I don't know how the PPP factor would play out again this year.
Yeah, the 2016, Honorable Samuel Atamos no winning.
Yeah, Onya 21,000.
Yeah, PPP candidate number second.
Absolutely.
The density MP, Dr. Nana Plata.
Onya third. In the for more money, NDC candidate Samuel Atamels, Enya 21,957. PPP candidates Ninya 18,860. And I should think in the whole country constituency PPP dear pa commended ne guafwe brim, and for obvious reasons hona papa kwesindum if and MPP candidate Nana Tuatha enya 15,960. And this year no dynamics net then for commander
if your commander never for Brima you win 2012 2016 and Evolusi na one sister largely it has been an NDC seat. The only time that we won was in 2012. In 2016, Lucy. But I see no McCann, Asian and Nado. Nay, you may go with the Ghana Pandana, no, being a chapter, eco commander, or in this running mechanic room, see defense project or Kodo, Lansing in August this year. It's excellent and now the Baba Catastrophe for efficient harbor in Elena. In a market, we are confident there. Yami Aduma,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Okay, that's for KEA. Yeah.
Obi, let me get coastal conscience.
Yes.
A bit today, the Kura was that putting my perfume with buy a premix. Nananado, for 3 to 4 years, watch there, or your mampina, or what's my abadai in our dot my perfume. The Kura, why ye the in favor the concern nine, a perfume would have put on you me a premix. Onto me perswampo. Onto me perswa. And this is about 2009. A gallon of premix was 1 cedi 80%. One fiaben was up with 7 cedis 20%. The compassionate Akufuado. Onto perswampo. In the next room, the premix community development fund and it's 500. Thereby, you increase it for 1,001. Honestly, you come a companu krona. Massive development project from the community development fund. Equal mean automotive market. Equal a Moria, yes, hospital ward. Yano market and paying labor grants. Equal anthroposophist one with the classroom work. They breathe.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
No, the one commando. No, your landing site. After for one. Now, none of what you do after face, we get the Mazidi. Even somewhere in 1963. Lamford or a Jama or Jessica as Canterbury for Kama and buying our FM. Then only no so as no see landing site on one. Now Dubai in favor of Ghana. Bobby, what Nancy a Mori with the Ekosiisen by the EU program in one day. Mori landing site with that Arcado. Well, Lamford Crochet Arcado. Winiba, Arcado, Senya, Arcado, Fete, Arcado, Ekotama, the Minister of Transport, Honorable Go for Esiama, by community engagement, and this will go down on the overshadowing. Eliminating federal cut short. Eyi, in Orchard and Anado, Onya Farfo, our 50 mantum, 18 years, is only Champa, and answer Admomotus of their Farfo. All go work with me. A Peruco and the silver for one in Nanado. Within 24 years, come and see massive
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Eco Commander, if you are, Emekekosa, if you are, Anomabu, if you are, Elmina, if you are, being a sea defense project at Arcado. Hey, and I pray for you. Then with there, Nanado, we know Rambo. When you wait in the year, and to come 7 December, you go to be what to about that another or that you
Enyima, Richard, sir, Moshe through the constituencies now, and I'll run through them quickly in maybe our opinion. In Ashe, Abra Sebu Kwaman Kesia, will winning with a margin of 1,737. Abra Sebu Kwaman Kesi. Ashe Infanteman, the NPP MP, when any baby call, or winning with a margin of 726. Eba Ekumfi, NPP winning with 608. Eba Gomoa Central, NPP winning with 1,320. Agona East, NDC winning with 1,276. Esikuma Odoben Brakwa, NPP winning with 430. Gomoa West will winning with 1,737. Gomoa East will winning with 2,644. Eko Atoforsen Ejuma Kwenyan SCM constituency Ato Forcing winning with a little over 3,000 votes. Say, Eshe them margins here. Onye Sheki Mawana, are they not margins the NDC can easily close and win some of these seats back?
Yo, Obi, what's it? What book not your wado? Eshe, Ekosiisen Kanya. In 2016, no opposition. In 2012, constituency, you lose it with the widest margin was what Manka said. Presidential, the margin was about 10,000, parliamentary about 8,000. Obi, in 2016, her candidate in the MP, Honorable Elvis Morzonko, so you'll be a constituency in about 265 and na kumpo you about back and the had who and Elvis. Listen to me. Every community, Elvis, listen to me. Our home. And more from man and school feed now. Others your one they don't feed them from over 1,000 who went to school or orphanage. And the man have his wire. So now better come and say, what's your own there? Elvis, are you waiting here? So what to about what that man? Oh no, we need for this is about us as a man person. You lose the presidential by 500. Now Elvis, obey your message of going. Jumadin, we didn't want that my careful, what's when you are. I mean, not the constituency where my child minimum more will be a more. Nah, because Elvis has kept faith with a group of careful, wait and consider. This time, margin of 1,015 account. You really presidential, Abbas from Manchester. Is it looks good for us? Na emi aduma ejude yimiru brother na pan na results ndo me ve me na ko fi afancho eka afantama mam constituency
Yes.
mam constituency Asia 2016 America we won with 726
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
The then MP and emi we emi ato friend Obi akọ ye juma papa. There is no committee in Fantamana, a planning of Conisa Juma. I call some yen. Nana, I call was the place of making another history. And now he made the first and if you really sit in the case for a second term. And I'm asking me, opinion. And see, according to the way, as soon as some Fantamana is Fantamana say. Kwa probation yin no moto aba zama na yira no yin dwen yira no ta nature na ko ye bi enyiwa mi so feel me say go no nka ho o se ko chia on no tin ni no be candidate o ye conscience funa no what say nimpa o feel o chia o so to ma chia e ko ni ma plano o ye ne ye on no candidate and the 7 vote margin is winning this the rest are short the come 7 December, in a margin, no, I was asking them. One more, I can I know what it's
Ekosiisen
one
on
west
Asempa
side. So I
FM.
found something that I can. Gumwa Central, 1,300 and something. Gumwa is about 2,600 plus. But it's them MPC about saying 3 to 4 years. See, you might wait. Obi, Oswini, Oyamuka. Mr. Gumwa West. Manford is in Gumwa West. Koshe apart from you saw what church and another honorable Alex Aban. In a put no up on one. The one you orchestra the Europa. Oh, yeah, a Gumwa was way. I found to one year with a chip in a piece and account. The ones that was solar panels and solar energy, all of them are machines. And never the Gumwa West within 3 to 4 years. On no Gumwa West version, one and another. 4 more years to do more for us. Former Honorable Alexander Kujokom Abbott, 4 more years to do more for Gumwa West. But Gumwa, Honorable Kujasmeni, Obi, Ejma Swenyi, Wasum Gumwa is the full one to call him. Honorable Mofrai, call your MP. Now the number
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
I want to be said, the war hobby friend. If an answer no offer, it shall go to our address. Input to Juma. I know, just many other from 1 is 3 to 4 years. It means that. But that learning start up on work, such a non initiative. A cocoon or Pado. Remember the play in wine war or no so. And now, about my heritage sitting. Goma Center. Honorable Nanya, Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Very down to earth person, very humble. Let him put it was that for no home or so when you also catch it.
Asempa FM.
One of the question, a phone crew. Queen of good warrior. Government so quite well good. Put it out for do what? Goma Center within the short period. About United States. And Yenjuma Yaya. My yasun kwafunu mukwemen ono na etoda gomwa eweli na dam 3 parliamentary sitting gomofo wasa suwesi ado no wa twa am heritage on the 3 seats.
Okay.
But
nanka me bisao ejuma ko enya ne CM. Honorable Ato Forsen. It's one of the seats you've targeted, but difference near over 3,000 votes. We go to Muaja.
Obi. In 2016, Honorable Ato Forsen, or Deputy Finance Minister.
Yes.
No, campaign coordinator for NEC campaign in Central Region. Na ni na no. Ejuma ko yin siam. Olusi presidential.
Asempa FM.
We win parliamentary. Check the results. Okay. Deputy Minister, results are not one disposal. Emmanuel Yen the way you know, NDC lost presidential in Ejuma and one parliamentary. Yaminta Lanado, almost soon yonder on my painting. You may that wait, maybe Ejuma and Yen man, over again and Sasseto. Lanyan, you brought them out to Mr. Mayan. Dr. Rashid Kwesi Etiafo. Oh, Obi. Abrente. And number why the meet baby. Not that some on his own. Casta. For wasn't here. A humanized this other man for operating. It was when Strange Man was so no more.
Asempa FM.
Na, what's it? Akupa, when you go to go Obamin, here, Shanapan. The Omayan may say for Impo. And number why again, Obajan and Sasebo. Lady in a Juma and then the Siam, when would then? Impa, Obatum, where you know one name ye, where did you want to win your Dr. Rashid Kwesi Etiafo? The Juma in the Siam must say, what shall Rashid Kwesi Etiafo? Now, Brase, or your beer, or your Basasa, or yet to trust them. But since that was the Bayer, and this is 2008. It's not in the same. If you tell someone to force another one lead. Now, what's it? Dr. Rashid Kwesi Etiafo. Oh, down to earth. Moko, no man feel what the Nakumado. Lady, no one with them. The Queen, a job in the same that chain. By another, Dr. Rashid Kwesi Etiafo. The first one, the Mayor Duma, the Joda, Cobrada, there's also something with them. A Juma Queen is Yamba, indeed, another, one more to do more for us. No, Mama, Dr. Rashid Kwesi Etiafo, 4 new years to be in Parliament to represent the good work. The Juma Queen is Yamba. See, to look at Nisa. So, we are to not be here. Hey, Aguna East.
Aguna Easter.
Aguna East.
Hey.
Aguna East. Yes,
yeah, well, we need with 1,276 votes.
Yeah, this is winning. They lost presidential there.
Okay.
Now, that time, 2016, any candidate or now so MP. 2016, Deputy Regional Minister, Queen Star Popia Soya. Queen Star Popia Soya, Deputy Regional Minister. Now, more year, we won presidential and lost parliamentary. And you brought them. What Mr. Bukama this year, Dr. Professor Kwesianka, now Prof, Prime Minister of State in charge of education. Now, Obama there, here by today, most small reporters, Mwakwa Aguna East, Mwaka assessment, woman put to Tuma. Prof, on yet, and you, Mamuaya, no one, Oberman, wire. It's a conscience now, Obia, Sada, Prophet, these are such Viviana. Na, the Nansaya, on my brain point survive. So what? To go there,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
We are wrestling Aguna East seat from the NDC.
Oh, okay.
We have done a lot in Aguna East.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
in all, no, we have targeted all the 23 seats.
All the
There's
23.
not even a single center we need that since 2000. We have won all the seats before. Now, you say 23 seats
Asempa FM.
so, or you're too ambitious or over ambitious. 2016, there are in Yakita 7 seats. Like I said, for the year, we were 16. What's that? It was not possible. But the Juventus, you could form Nanado, Giza, if you want to move in, when only you go to white, it's a bomb and Ghana for the paper. What you can now, we had moved from 7 to 19 seats. But the 12 extra seats here, we need 13, that because you lost, you know, 12, we have to count, we have 19 seats. There's a two moving from 7 to 19 now. I don't know, you move from 19 to 23. We could move from 7 to 19. Let's do the extrapolation. Then 19 go to 23. That's moderate.
Okay.
In 2012, we have 43%. Within one election cycle, we moved from 43% to 53% for Nanabi. This year, you move from 53 to 60%. Now, my king, near there, Yana Fanfa, in Medjuma, before my yard, Namuama, a Juman Wire, no man, Nanado, no Mazamba, Wabo, Suma, one, some yen. They can say, one is one factory, in Yatafa, Kokunfi, one more factory, or what more police produce. My Obi Ways are dancing, and be. Ye Basha, Peter Fossen, or what Musunka will produce in soup, what's up with produce. That's a dropper, marker. The expert, 15 months on him, and that in Yana. Yen Yatafa, ya find for a problem. They can say, Mankesin, Cordominase, Tete, Costa de Girado, Echo to Pupra, so to fire, say, the Tesukuma, the Gungofin, Costa de Girado. Multi-purpose sports complex in airport to confirm. Urban warehouse, we put in the post rock, contributions in the security mocha, which is the Kuma, and then they are in Yatafan. Urban projector, Obi, a minimum of kind, one by one. I feel no problem meeting, the Ekos project, a static overlay on Kodo. For 8 years, the NDC set out to be 25 kilometers. Within 4 years, we are doing 35 kilometers in Cape Coastal at Sato Valley. But now, what I'm here, I don't call a know. But Swedro, and on Swedro, where the demonstration about town roads, as if you are. Now, you're saying that you're Swedro, the Coastal at our home. And yeah, you want to read him, and yet there, yeah, 50 months to the heaven. They know how to do. Until I said that woman and Fian 9 come.
Okay.
Now, if you ever compare 90, me, I yet the Obrajin and Tiasono, a victim. It is a so. And now, 50 months to my, it's in Kitty. Obasan and not being yam. No one send me to yam. Now, what to? At least 60% for Nanado. No, the 23 city now. What that mean? It looks good for us.
Yo, Richard, my nase na yenhwem fancy bibiani a yebesan so afre obi o. Na menkan mo say the regional secretary of the NDC I tight kakanti o say yem friend 6 p.m. na wetimeni ye di nkomo nti would see as and when we get him we be pick on so ne there are still some other regions to go to, but make us say national chairman of the NDC Ababeka Yensa studio had the Honorable Samuel Ofosu Ampofo en Chemerika Kase ene yewie show na yenye Ekosiisen bi until say yebekwa akwakoto aba on Monday. Inti maybe for Ghana for amutie ye no ene would be the final time amutie Honorable Ofosu Ampofo before elections 2020.